Before we get started on to today's video, I just want to tell the Charge fans, hope you guys had a happy New Year's, and even new subscribers or people just watching, I hope you guys had a happy New Year's. Whether you're with your family, your friends, or just by yourself, it was a time to relax and kind of reflect and think about how you're going to attack 2019 with your New Year's resolutions, or if you're not a resolutions guy, maybe your game plan, what's going to be the move for 2019. And one person that's trying to make a big move in 2019 is of course Chandler Parsons, as he has been injured for the longest time and has only played in 3 games this season. As we remember, Chandler Parsons was a young, promising NBA player for the Houston Rockets as he continued to grow up the ranks, drafted 2nd round pick, I believe 38th overall, I should say. And as of late, after he got that big money move to Dallas, it just hasn't panned out. He hasn't been the player that we thought he was going to be. You know, he kept growing. At one point, he had 16 points per game, and then it just led to what we now know as his knee injuries that have continued to plague him throughout his whole career, basically, as he continues to look to see what he could do. And this of course led Chandler Parsons to be frustrated with the Memphis Grizzlies organization, as he feels that he is healthy, but there seems to be a lack of communication between him and the front office. And of course this story is coming from the Memphis Commercial Appeal, and this is what the story goes on to say. Chandler Parsons has expressed his frustration with team's executives and said that he was dying to play after getting medically cleared in his return from his knee injury. He says, "I'm medically cleared by people I work with every single day that are experts at this kind of stuff. So it's frustrating to watch a team struggle, and I'm just sitting over here healthy, dying to play," said Parsons. And if I'm the Memphis Grizzlies, I don't blame them. I don't blame them for not wanting to play him at all. The reason why I don't blame him is because he's not really going to add anything to a young Jaren Jackson Jr., a Mike Conley team, a Marc Gasol team. I do believe that this team of Nucleus has a very solid, kind of reminiscent of a grind house Memphis mentality, you know, with the Zach Randolphs back in the day. Maybe not back in the day, but 2011, 2012. Just those type of teams. That's what this team reminds me of. And it's just crazy to think that Chandler Parsons at one point was a very talented, hot commodity that people wanted to get, and the Dallas Mavericks, I should say, signed him for a big contract deal. But it just hasn't panned out. His knees haven't worked out, and there's a reason why he's going to be a healthy and active for the foreseeable future of the Memphis Grizzlies, because they don't see him as a guy that just adds to the piece of their next generation of how they're going to build around this team. We all know that the piece that they want to build around is, of course, Jaren Jackson Jr., a kid that is very talented and a kid that will definitely make a very big impression as he continues to grow on his NBA career. Of course, he was kind of a project in my opinion. He still needs a couple more things to add, but he's still a work in progress, and he's done a very good job in this rookie year that he's trying to face right now. And it's kind of the reason why I don't think Chandler Parsons just makes sense in this team right now. They're a team that is not doing too bad. Obviously, they're not doing as well as they were in the first half of the season. Right now, the Memphis Grizzlies are sitting in 10th place. Of course, they were at one point in the top 5. But that just comes with the territory, especially in this Western Conference, which we have no idea what's going to be going on. The Utah Jazz are still struggling. The Kings are in 9th place. The Spurs are in 8th. It's now looking like, especially the Clippers have also been a very good, surprising team. A team that didn't wait for 2019 to make their resolutions. They looked to make those resolutions right away, as Doc Rivers found a way to get this team to play together without a superstar. And it looks like Tobias Harris might be one, but we're not talking about the Clippers at all. We're talking about the Memphis Grizzlies and Chandler Parsons and what they're going to do. If I'm Chandler Parsons, I'm just asking to get released so I can join a playoff team, because it just doesn't make any sense to stay on this team, be healthy and active, because I would rather see what's out there for me to sign a veteran minimum and try to play on a team like the Rockets, maybe if they're feeling him again, maybe the LA Lakers, whatever team is trying to need a small forward. Maybe the Thunder, the Warriors don't need him, maybe the Nuggets since they released Swaggy P. Who knows what they need? But I think Chandler Parsons should be looking at trying to sign for one of those teams and get a veteran minimum, and maybe at one point get that new, role player type of contract that, a lot of players are getting paid off of this coming season, especially in 2019 when the big names are coming out there. The checkbooks are going to be open for a lot of teams, and that's what I think he needs to do for the foreseeable future, because we all know that he wasn't going to decline his player option. He was going to keep that huge player option, because why would you? It's big money. But again, once you take that risk, and no one's gonna, you're just gonna have to live with the result of getting paid that much but not playing. And I think Chandler Parsons, what you should do is just say, I don't want more of that money, I just want to play. And I think that'll be his game plan and action plan going further. And I just think that's what he needs to do. I just think that is what Chandler Parsons is going to do, because it just doesn't make any sense for him to stay on the team if he's not happy being on the bench. I think if he's a team player, he stays on the bench, but if he wants to play, wants to get his minutes, get released, join a even crappy team or playoff team, whatever type of team you're trying to join, and get those minutes. See if you can get a big contract or even a mediocre contract or role player contract for the foreseeable future. Because at the same time, Chandler Parsons is not a old player. I believe he's only 30 years old. He's still got a couple more years left. I'd give him another 3 to 4 years left. You know, that's a sign for a 2 to 3 year deal with some crappy team or even a very good team, playoff team. Veteran minimum, maybe he gets a nice role-playing role at the Houston Rockets. Maybe he's hitting threes for them. But who knows what's going to happen with Chandler Parsons and this Memphis Grizzlies team. All I know is that the Memphis Grizzlies are doing the right thing by not playing him, because it's going to distract from the fact that Jaren Jackson Jr. is trying to grow and become the player that we know he can become, and why I think that he should have been taken as the #1 big man in the NBA draft. And I just think that Chandler Parsons would slow down that process to a point where Chandler Parsons would be stat hunting and not really trying to help out his teammate. Yeah, they're struggling right now. They're in 10th place, but I think at the beginning of the season, they were doing pretty well. So I just think that they just need to stay the par for the course, because I think that'll lead them to a better team and a better experience for Jaren Jackson Jr., Mike Conley, and Marc Gasol, especially Mike Conley and Marc Gasol, as those two guys are in the last bit of their NBA careers, as they are past the age of 30 years old. But I want to know from you guys, and even Memphis Grizzlies fans, what do you guys think of this Chandler Parsons deal? And if you are a Lakers fan or a Warriors fan or whatever fan you are of in the Western Conference, would you want them to sign Chandler Parsons to your team? Would he add anything to it, or would he just be a distraction because he keeps getting injured? I would love to know your guys' opinion in the comments down below. And also, Memphis Grizzlies fans, what do you guys think of Chandler Parsons when you had him for a little bit? And I know he got injured a lot, but did you guys expect anything from him, or were you just expecting that he was just going to be, if he was going to help, he would help. If he's not, then that's fine. But anyway, guys, this has been your boy Bernie here on The Charge. And I know that I've been away for a week, what feels like, just because I was helping out the Mercer Island boys basketball in their Rancho Mirage tournament. Hope you guys, if you guys watched that tournament, we all know that Nico Mannion's team lost. But I'd love to know, and hopefully, guys, I want to get more content out for you guys. I know it's 2019. I have to make resolutions. I want to make this channel as big as it possibly can be, and I have to put a little more work and effort into it. I'm going to try and do that for this week and for the foreseeable future of 2019. But anyway, guys, this has been your boy Bernie here on The Charge. If you're haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, also a notification bell to make sure you don't miss our NBA content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.